Welcome to the Visual COBOL in a Nutshell series of presentations. This module will cover the installation and setup of Visual COBOL Development Hub. Visual COBOL Development Hub installs on the Server Hub platform shown and acts as a back-end for COBOL development. Development is done using the Visual COBOL for Eclipse product, which can be installed on the desktop Eclipse IDE platform shown. With this configuration, all source code, compilation, and execution resides on the Server Hub machine. The desktop IDE provides a state-of-the-art development experience, including syntax checking code on the fly as it's being edited. Installation is a three-step process. If you do not currently have the Visual COBOL Development Hub installation package available to you, then please watch the Visual COBOL in a Nutshell presentation entitled Getting the Visual COBOL Product, which covers step 1 of the process, ordering and downloading the software that you require. After downloading the required software, you can move on to step 2, installing the Visual COBOL Development Hub product. Before proceeding with the installation, it is highly recommended that you review the release notes for any prerequisites for your selected platform. If you have received an electronic product delivery email, the release notes are provided as a link when you download the product installer. The release notes are also available from the product updates page on the support line website. There are two kinds of installs for Visual COBOL Development Hub: base product and hotfixes. Hotfixes provide bug fixes to the base product. You must install the base product before you can install a hotfix. Hotfixes are available from the product updates link on the support line website. The installation files for Development Hub appear as shown, and the names vary by platform. Also note that a hotfix applies to a specific base version of the product. I've placed the installer on my Red Hat Linux system, and I'm logged on with root access. Before I begin the installation, I'll check the permission on the file. I need to make sure my installer is an executable file. Mine is not, so I'll fix this with the change mode command. OK, my installer is now executable. Now I can run the installer to start the installation. When I run the installation, I have the option of specifying an alternate directory where I'd like the product installed. This is done with the install location option as shown. In my case, I'll choose the default installation location, so I won't need this option. I'll start the installer. The installer shows the default install location, as well as the version being installed. I'm prompted to review and agree to the license agreement for the product. If you'd like to review the license agreement, choose No at this prompt and rerun the installer with the EULA option. After I agree to the license agreement, the installation proceeds. It completes fairly quickly. After the message that the install is completed, I'm advised that I can set the environment to use this product using a provided script in the bin directory under the install location. The script is named cobsetenv. I'll copy and source that script now. After setting the environment, I can use the command cob -V to display version information about the installed product. Now that the product is installed, we can move on to step 3, licensing the product. All Visual COBOL products use the SafeNet License Manager and must be authorized before they can be used. In this video, I will walk you through the steps to license your product. However, there are also command line utilities available to install a license silently if you need to install the license as part of your own product installation program. Once again, the Visual COBOL Development Hub release notes explain the required steps to perform a silent install of the product. Now, let's get the licensing system started and install that license. To do this, I'll first change directory to the binary directory for the licensing system /var/microfocuslicensing/bin. Before I can install the license, I'll need to start the licensing server. This is done with the start lserv.sh script. The license management server displays a message that it is running. Now to install the license, I'll need to run the license administration utility. This utility requires that Java be configured on the machine. Please check the release notes to confirm that you have the required Java version for the Development Hub product you're using. I'll set the Java home and path environment variables to point to my Java installation. This utility also requires that I have the environment variables set for running COBOL. So if this has not been done, I'll need to source the cobset-env script shown earlier. Now I can start the license administration tool with the cesadmintool.sh script. You may have received a 16-character authorization code for your Development Hub product. If so, you will use option 1, Online Authorization, to install your license. This will connect to Micro Focus, validate your authorization code, and install the license. You may instead have received a license file from Micro Focus. If you have received a license file, it should be placed on the server as a text file. To install your license from this file, you will choose option 4, Manual License Installation. I'll enter the location of my license file and press Enter. After a brief delay, the license is installed. Now I can use option 2, Check License Status, to see the installed license. Finally, to exit the License Administration tool, I'll choose option 99. Now that we've completed the installation of the product and license, we can get Development Hub ready to receive connections from the developer's Visual COBOL for Eclipse sessions. There are two main options here. The first is starting a remote development option daemon on the server. This daemon process will accept connections from Eclipse and then start separate server processes for each connecting developer. The second option, new in Visual COBOL for Eclipse 2.2 Update 1, is the ability to connect via SSH. This option does not require a daemon to be running, but does require some additional configuration in the Visual COBOL for Eclipse product. Let's review the steps to start the RDO daemon. First, to start the daemon, I must be running with root permissions. Next, I'll need to set my environment for my Java installation. Once again, I'll also need to set my environment for COBOL using the cobset-env script located in the bin directory under the Development Hub installation location. Finally, I'll execute the command to start the daemon. To do this, I'll execute a command named startrdo daemon in the remote dev directory under the install location. To free up my console, I'll use the ampersand on the end of my command. I get back a message that the daemon is running on its default port 4075. The daemon is now ready to receive connections from Eclipse sessions. That concludes this presentation on installing and licensing Visual COBOL Development Hub. For information on using Visual COBOL for Eclipse with a Development Hub, please see the video Visual COBOL in a Nutshell, Using Visual COBOL for Eclipse for Remote Development. Thanks for watching.